343 just admitted that they are adding microtransactions in a future update on Halo MCC. I'm going to talk about my thoughts and opinions about this here soon, but Halo MCC is going to be mostly what we talk about today, and it's kind of like a safe haven for us Halo fans. We've been through the meat grinder, and I like to think of MCC as kind of like a safe place for us fans, right? But, microtransactions, they're a coming. And honestly, I'm surprised it's taken this long, because if any game is worthy of having microtransactions at this point, it's probably MCC, unlike Infinite, which really hasn't deserved it. And I say that because MCC, it launched back in 2014, and obviously it was just a disaster. I mean, it launched terribly, worse than Halo Infinite did, right? It just did not work, and people just couldn't play. And it took them a long time to actually get around to fixing it, but the game now runs very smoothly. There's a lot of features. There's mod support already here or coming for the later titles. And there's just a lot of great armors and new maps and Forge. I mean, it all works so smoothly. So this is really ideally what we want in a Halo experience. So I am very grateful that Halo MCC has done a full comeback, and that's why I think that Halo Infinite could one day make a comeback, because 343 really did go back and really dig up MCC and fix it. Let's be honest. Let's reflect on that for a moment and be grateful. So the team is currently working hard on these new features, functionality, and content for the MCC. The post starts off by saying, which will include further mod support, campaign collectibles across all games, a Steam Workshop modding upload download tool, super big, new customization options, quality of life improvements, and more beyond that. Obviously, the teams that are working on Halo Infinite and MCC are separate, so don't get too upset about this. New Bioroid themed Halo 2 Anniversary armor sets are coming. Very cool stuff, as well as post-match poses, and you'll be able to customize the background video in the menu, mod support for Halo Reach with Halo 4 and Halo 2 Anniversary in the works. Now, they talk about how they're moving away from seasons, and they're moving into something called like series, which will roll out across all of MCC. So, interestingly enough, basically, they talk about how they've shifted away from season points, and basically when you complete challenges and level up to unlock items, the season points will be named Spartan points. So I like how they put a little reminder here before they drop the big news that they've added over 1,000 individual customization items spanning armor, attachments, nameplates, weapon and vehicle skins, armor effects, firefight voices, and much more. But the microtransactions have come knocking on MCC's front door. They say for players who are new to MCC, or who may have not dedicated much time specifically to unlocking items during seasonal updates, or are simply completionists looking to catch the last outstanding items they need, we are internally exploring a potential new feature for the future in the form of purchasable Spartan points. Let me just rephrase all that for you. I think that all translates to, obviously, we need a way to cash in. We've added a lot of items in the game. Now this is going to be kind of a microtransaction filled game. And I mean, that might be kind of doom and glooming a little bit. I don't know how bad it's going to be, but every single time that microtransactions come into the picture, it always screws up something. For example, progression is going to be nearly impossible probably to unlock stuff, and they'll just make it where they're going to say, yeah, you don't have to buy anything to unlock anything, but you're going to be spending 2,000, 4,000 hours to unlock everything. Why don't you just spend a few bucks? That's what a lot of games do nowadays. I think I would be more okay with this, I guess, if the game was free to play, but honestly, ultimately, I'd rather it just be like a pay to play the game, and there, you're done. No microtransactions, everything's earnable. I think it's earned a lot of goodwill, but now they're kind of, tipping the scale back into their favor and not so much the player's favor by adding microtransactions. And this is all pure speculation. They even said that they're internally exploring a new potential new feature for the future. So it's not like it's coming tomorrow or next month, probably not that soon, but and maybe it's not even going to come at all. Maybe they're just saying this just to gauge the backlash. And I feel like they've been doing that a lot, and it's just not a good time. It's just not a good time to announce stuff like this, and it's not a good time to play with it or to test the backlash. I mean, I don't know what they're doing. I really don't know what they're doing right now. I think there's better times to time news, like them posting season 2 being kind of a disappointing update back on April 1st. I was like, what's a day? Just wait a day. And they did it anyway. They did it, and but I gotta speculate, why are they doing this now of all time? Is it possible that Halo Infinite isn't making enough money? Is it because, there's evidence for that too, by the way. I mean, the population is down, and I mean down. There's more people playing MCC now. And so maybe they're like, well, that's where the Halo fans are. We need to go monetize them. It doesn't make any more financial sense to keep working on Infinite, honestly. Maybe long term. I don't know what this means, really. Maybe it means that they're going to be putting Halo 5 onto MCC and trying to make an extra buck on that. I don't know. Anyway, they say it is prudent to note here that we are happy with the current system of how players earn Spartan points by completing challenges and leveling up through play. This would be an optional, additive alternative for players who might find the vast scope of content to be an intimidating amount of playtime and want to get ahead on or skip the grind, or maybe want to grab a specific items they want. We all have our favorites. So, in this perspective, the way they word it is okay. And so far, MCC's gotten it right. This little renaissance of MCC and this recovery in all these seasons, it's done great wonders for the game. Since it came on PC especially, MCC has just really been pampered with content and love and good decisions. I kind of wish they get the guy that kind of directed and the team that's working on MCC to move over to Halo Infinite, right? Because honestly, at this time, I think the team should switch. Infinite needs some loving now, but I digress. So yes, their words are comforting. However, I just don't know how much I can trust from 343's words at this point, because they've said, and they've made so many promises. They've said that there'd be millions of combinations of armor on day 1 for Infinite. And I think the funny thing is that there almost was. It was just all locked behind a drip feed wall, and it never even released. Some Reach content never even released for the Heroes of Reach that was inside the game itself. What are y'all doing? I mean, dropping the ball. But they really emphasize that it's going to be an additive feature, right? And they have more information to share about this in the future. And so, again, I think that it's okay to say it's an additive feature, and that it's just like, what are you going to do? I don't even know what y'all are going to do anymore. I don't even trust y'all. And how is this going to influence the current system or even future content for MCC? And, if 343 starts making some money on this, they're going to divert some resources, maybe divert some more team members, hire some new people, and start really milking Halo MCC again. And I think that at this point, I think we're even, all right? MCC was an awful, awful launch, but it's made a full comeback. In fact, it's really just, one of the things that makes me happy to be a Halo fan is what they've been able to do and turn around here. Again, giving me hope for Infinite, and they go on to say even that in the interest of transparency with our dedicated and passionate community, we wanted to inform you of this exploration in advance and provide assurance that purchasable Spartan points would be an additive feature. We will have more information about this in the near future. So a good kind of message of goodwill there, and I like that. I appreciate that. Although I gotta be honest, I don't know what to trust. I mean, actions and words, man, they're different. And at this point, I'm hesitant to really say that this isn't going to be kind of like Halo Infinite. I don't know. I don't know. They already got a good system. People have already got a lot of their fun in. But what are they going to do with MCC, man? Scary stuff. You guys let me know your own thoughts about this down in the comment section below. And if you haven't already, be sure to smash that like button blue. I really do appreciate that support there. Helps my content get out to other Halo fans. And I'll catch you guys in the next one soon.